Subhanallah, Allah, 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 Sultan, Allah, Anta Sultan. أنت ربنا ونحن عبادك ضعيف الأجنس يا أرحم الراحمين يا أرحم الراحمين ارحمنا يا أرحم الراحمين فاعف عنا يا أرحم الراحمين يا غفار الذنوب يا ستار العيوب يا فتاح القلوب يا قديم الإحسان يا مهل العذاب اللهم اسقنا غيث سقي رحمة ولا تجعلنا من القانتين آمين 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 سلام الحاضرين والغائبين والمؤمنين الحمد لله رب العالمين. ماذا يا سيدي? We're asking a holy meeting to come under our Lord's shelter, Prophet's holy shelter, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the Grand Sheikh's holy shelter, and Maulana Sheikh's holy shelter, to be with them through our hearts, to be in improvement. Grant us something as the adherents of Shaykh Abdul Haqq Jilani, also Azam, Qaddasallahu Sirahu. They say, Shay'un lillah, Shay'un lillah, Ya Ghawth, Shay'un lillah. Give us something from Allah that we need to move on our way. He knows how each person is progressing, men or women. He knows where everyone is on their way and what they need to move forward, to improve, to get up. We're asking that blessings, that energy, good inspirations. You can't say everything in a talk, in a lecture, you can't cover every subject, from astrophysics to mushroom farming or gardening. Huge spectrum of things. You can't say everything. But awliya, they can download into the hearts of their attenders what they need. He used to say, it comes out when you need it. At the point in your life, each one of us, when we need that thing, comes out. It was downloaded secretly. And it's hidden in our hearts until the time when we need it. And we think it was a good idea from our side. We thought it was something nice. No, they put it where a good idea comes from. If you get a good idea from somewhere, where it came from. You know, some people like to follow, what was his name? Sheikh Isa Fritzof Shoan, Europeans. He was a Swiss follower of Sheikh Alawi. And he said, people have 4 kinds of thoughts. First kind, they're ego's thoughts. They say psychic thoughts from your psyche. Not fortune telling, but from your own personality, ego's personality. Another kind, more down from there, shaitanic thoughts. Shaitan is well known, comes to whisper into the ears of people. Allah ordered us to take refuge from the wiswas of shaitan, evil whisperings. So we have shaitanic thoughts and ego's thoughts. And then if you can tune into a higher thought, they say angelic thoughts on a higher level. Who can receive the songs of the angels, vibrations of the angels. And on higher level, he said, lordly thoughts, Rabbani thoughts. These are inspirations, comes from the Shaykh, comes from Grand Shaykh, from Awliya, from Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Prophet is the one in the Lord's presence, Almighty, taking and giving to people. Lordly thoughts. And when you have an idea, a thought, he said, wait, pull back on the rein, stop your horse, and look at it. Think where that thought came from. This is a lordly thought from high. This is an angelic thought from higher spheres. This is my ego saying to me something, psychic thought, or Shaitan is giving its bad advice. And Shaitan doesn't come to say, I'm Shaitan coming to give you bad advice. He comes to say, I'm your friend and best advisor, because he came to our grandfather, Sayyidina Adam, and our grandmother, Sayyidina Hawa, alayhi salam, saying, I'm your sincere advisor. I swear by Allah. He swore by Allah that he was their sincere advisor, and who follows is destroyed or lowered, made low, humiliated. So when a thought comes, where that thought came from, what kind of idea is. Shaykh Nazim, he said to me, the first day I met him, maybe the first thing he said to me. Second thing, first he said, without belief in God, because I came to him as a American guy, he said, without belief in God, in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, without belief in God, there's no goodness. Then he said, you can think all kinds of thoughts, good thoughts or bad thoughts. He said, don't sign it. Don't immediately jump because you thought something, say this is true. Aha, might not be aha. Quran says, if a fasiq comes to you with news, a corrupt one comes to you with news, wait, check it out with Allah and His Prophet and ulul ilm, those in authority, spiritually, before you go do something and you regret it later. So for everything you have to be watchful. I'm thinking to do something. Wait, it's a good idea or not? Some people, they did istikhara before taking action. I'm thinking to do such and such. I had an idea to do such and such. All kinds of things. But I don't know if it's a good idea or bad. Oh, my Lord, you know. Inaka, talk to you. You command, and we don't command. Inaka tanu wa la na'lamu. You know, and we don't know. And you know everything. You know the whole unseen. If something is going to be good for me here and hereafter, going to make you pleased with me, make it easy for me, give me strong signs and confidence to move on that idea. And if you know such and such a action is not going to be good for me, not going to make you happy, not in alignment with what has been written, then turn me away from that to be in safety from that. And they do that prayer, istikhara prayer, before sleeping, even up to 7 days, even up to 10 days. Maybe answer comes in a dream, maybe answer comes in reality. Maybe you find yourself firm on that way or repulsed by that way. I don't want to do it. Or reality comes to. Shaykh Hashem, Allah bless him, raise him higher and higher. He said, one reality is worth thousands of dreams. Sometimes you want to do something or you think something and reality comes to make it the way Allah wants. You have no choice but to surrender. It's like that. So different kinds of thoughts. Awliya can download those thoughts into our hearts, into the hearts of their followers, and guide us on our way. Everyone needs something different. As we said at the beginning, you can't give a talk on every possible subject, but we sit in their atmosphere, and unseen, they're downloading to everyone attending and those not attending also. We're asking a general descending of blessings and good inspirations and lights to come on the hearts of the Ummati Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, especially the followers of Maulana Shaykh, wherever they are, to raise us up, to strengthen us where we need strengthening, and to save us where our egos are making us on the wrong decisions. Allahumma salli wa sallam. Barak ala Sayyidina Muhammad. Sayyid awwalin wal akhirin. There was a story, I'm not, there was, sometimes something comes in reality, but not according to our decision. There was a fellow in the tariqat one time. He fell in love with a woman and he wanted to marry her. He's thinking, this is very good, very good. They were speaking with each other, very good, everything good. And Sheikh Nazim was there, and they were in his assembly, and that fellow, there was a line waiting to speak to Sheikh Nazim, Allah bless him. And they're coming one by one to Maulana Shaykh. As he was the next one in line to speak to the Shaykh to ask to marry that woman, one other person jumped into the line, asked Sheikh Nazim to marry that woman. He said yes. She agreed immediately, and they ran off together. And that person came to the line. What? They said, what happened to you? He said, you won't believe it if I tell you. So sometimes in reality, things come like that. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad. Now it's going to be the holy month of Rajab. Inshallah, next Saturday, I hope to be in Houston. May Allah grant us safe, long life and safe travel to be with you again. The moon comes new in the afternoon on Saturday, 21st. By calculation, you can say it's the first. We'll do dua to welcome Rajab because we're meeting that night, inshallah. But I don't think anyone will see the moon until Sunday night, a day later. Then you might see reports of seeing the moon, and Monday to be the first day of Rajab, Monday 23, inshallah. So we see what's going to happen. As we said many times, Rajab is the month of seclusion. Rajab, Shaban, Ramadan. Rajab and Shaban, the month of planting and plowing and watering and fertilizing and tending the crops, the fruit trees and the garden, in the orchard, and the Shaban for tending the plants, and Ramadan, especially the end of Ramadan, last 10 days, and especially Eid for tasting the fruits, especially Laylatul Qadr also. If you don't plow and plant and water and fertilize, you can't complain. In the harvest time, there's nothing. So it's the time to do good actions as much as we can do. We intend to do our best, inshallah, during Holy Rajab and Shaban, Ramadan. If anyone wants to fast, some days they can fast. If you want to do extra zikr or salawat, There's different things to recite. There's dua. It's in Grand Sheikh's dua, the dua of the awliya, wali of Rajab. You can read that. You're supposed to read 3 or 5 times a day. And other things we used to have in the Orad, you can recite Surah Anam. It's long. I used to take a whole Rajab to recite one time Surah Anam. But like that, there's things you can do extra. Hizb Azam, to recite part of Hizb Azam. Shaykh said, especially the curses on the unbelievers. Especially those. And what else? It's a time to try to do more ibadat. Try to make our hearts clean and strong. That it's going to plant the seeds of Iman and the seeds of higher states, kashif, and the seeds of higher awareness, shall we say, to reach the angelic thoughts and the lordly thoughts, the higher levels. May Allah grant us. Who waits at the door, this is a form of waiting at the door. Sooner or later, he said, the door should open, and either you'll be given something or taken inside. Amin Allah tawfiq. Bihurmat Habib, bihurmat al-Fatih. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.